CO2 standard is the first time that government and industry have ever come together to agree a minimum efficiency standard for CO2 emissions from commercial aircraft. Essentially, what's been agreed today is a minimum baseline for CO2 emissions for new aircraft entering the fleet. So the way that it works is that from 2020 onwards, these new minimum baseline standards will apply to new aircraft, and from 2023 onwards they'll apply to existing aircraft which are still in manufacture. Of itself, the standard won't reduce emissions until those new aircraft types are operating, but it's very much a crucial part of our industry's overall approach to climate change and our overall strategy to reduce CO2 emissions from aviation, and it fits very much in with the goals which the industry has set for itself to reduce CO2 and to address climate change. As an industry, we committed back in 2009 to three very ambitious goals with regard to CO2 emissions reductions. From 2009 to 2020, we committed to improve our fuel efficiency by 1.5% per year. And then from 2020 onwards, our goal is to stabilise our net CO2 emissions at 2020 levels, notwithstanding the projected growth in traffic numbers. And then looking long term, from 2050, our goal is to halve our CO2 emissions when compared with 2005 levels. So today's announcement is a fundamental part in that plan to reduce CO2, and very much we hope that it will contribute to that effect. But looking on our next milestone on that path, in September we have the ICAO Assembly, where we hope and certainly encourage governments to agree on a market-based measure for aviation to address its CO2 emissions, and industry is very much committed to joining in that process.